Navigating Financial Storms. How to manage your money during tough times. Financial crises can be incredibly stressful and overwhelming. They can strike unexpectedly and leave us feeling powerless and unsure of what to do next. But as difficult as they may be, financial crises also provide an opportunity to take a step back, reassess our financial situation, and make important changes that can help us build a more secure and resilient financial future. That's why I'm thrilled to introduce Navigating Financial Storms. How to Manage Your Money During Tough Times. This book is a comprehensive guide to managing your finances during a crisis, with practical tips, advice, and resources to help you take control of your financial situation and emerge stronger and more resilient than ever. Written by a team of financial experts, Navigating Financial Storms offers a wealth of knowledge and insight into the most effective strategies for managing your money during a crisis. From building a crisis budget to coping with a job loss, protecting your assets, and planning for the future, this book covers all the essential topics you need to know to navigate financial storms with confidence and grace. What I appreciate most about this book is its emphasis on building resilience for the future. While financial crises can be incredibly challenging, they can also be an opportunity to learn, grow, and become more financially savvy. By following the advice and strategies outlined in this book, you can not only survive a crisis but also thrive and achieve your financial goals. So whether you're facing a job loss, economic downturn, or other financial crisis, Navigating Financial Storms is a must-read. With its practical tips, advice, and resources, this book will empower you to take control of your finances and build a more secure and resilient financial future. I highly recommend it. Chapter 1: Introduction. Managing personal finances during a crisis can be a daunting task. Whether you're dealing with a job loss, unexpected medical expenses, or an economic downturn, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and uncertain about how to move forward. However, with the right mindset, strategies, and tools, it's possible to navigate these financial storms and come out stronger on the other side. In this book, we will explore the challenges of managing personal finances during tough times, and provide practical guidance on how to create a crisis budget, manage debt, save money, and protect your assets. We'll also discuss strategies for coping with a job loss, building resilience for the future, and managing the emotional toll of a financial crisis. It's important to remember that financial crises are a natural part of life, and while they can be difficult to navigate, they can also be an opportunity for growth and change. By taking a proactive approach to your finances and making smart decisions, you can emerge from a crisis stronger, more financially savvy, and better prepared for whatever the future may hold. In the following chapters, we will provide a step-by-step guide to managing your finances during tough times, and offer practical tips and tools for navigating financial storms. By the end of this book, you will have the knowledge and confidence to take control of your finances and emerge from a crisis with a brighter financial future. Chapter 2: Building a Crisis Budget. One of the most important steps to managing your finances during a crisis is to create a crisis budget. A crisis budget is a budget that is specifically designed to help you manage your money during tough times. In this chapter, we'll discuss the key steps to creating a crisis budget that works for you. Step 1: Identify your essential expenses. The first step to building a crisis budget is to identify your essential expenses. These are the expenses that you must pay each month in order to meet your basic needs, such as rent or mortgage, utilities, food, and transportation. Make a list of these expenses and calculate the total amount that you need to cover each month. Step 2: Review your discretionary spending. Next, review your discretionary spending. Discretionary expenses are those that are not essential to your basic needs, such as entertainment, dining out, and shopping. Look for areas where you can cut back, such as eating out less often, canceling subscriptions you don't need, or finding cheaper alternatives for entertainment. Step 3. Set priorities. Once you have identified your essential and discretionary expenses, it's time to set priorities. Make a list of your expenses in order of importance, with essential expenses at the top and discretionary expenses at the bottom. This will help you to make tough decisions about where to cut back if necessary. Step 4. Create a spending plan. With your essential expenses, discretionary expenses, and priorities in mind, it's time to create a spending plan. Start by allocating your income to cover your essential expenses first. Then, see how much money you have left over and allocate it to your discretionary expenses based on your priorities. Step 5. Stick to your plan. Once you've created a crisis budget, it's important to stick to it. Track your spending carefully, and make adjustments as needed. Be prepared to make tough choices if your income decreases or unexpected expenses arise. Remember, the goal of a crisis budget is to help you make it through tough times and emerge on the other side with your finances intact. By following these steps, you can create a crisis budget that works for you and your family. With a clear plan in place, you can feel more in control of your finances during tough times and focus on taking the necessary steps to weather the storm. Chapter 3. Managing Debt During a Crisis. Managing debt is always important, but it's especially critical during a crisis. In this chapter, we'll discuss strategies for managing debt during tough times and provide guidance on how to keep your debt under control. Step 1. Prioritize your debt. The first step in managing debt during a crisis is to prioritize your debt. Start by making a list of all your debts, including credit cards, loans, and mortgages. Then, prioritize them based on their interest rates and the minimum payments required. Focus on paying off high-interest debt first, as this will save you money in the long run. Step 2. Consider debt relief options. If you're struggling to make payments on your debt, consider debt relief options. Debt consolidation, debt settlement, and bankruptcy are all options to consider, depending on your circumstances. It's important to do your research and consult with a financial advisor before pursuing any of these options. Step 3. Communicate with your creditors. If you're struggling to make payments on your debts, it's important to communicate with your creditors. Contact them as soon as possible to explain your situation and discuss potential payment arrangements. Many creditors are willing to work with you during tough times, as they would rather receive some payment than none at all. Step 4. Cut back on spending. To manage your debt during a crisis, it's important to cut back on spending wherever possible. Review your budget and look for areas where you can reduce your expenses, such as dining out less often or canceling subscriptions you don't need. Use the money you save to pay off your debt more quickly. Step 5. Avoid taking on new debt. Finally, it's important to avoid taking on new debt during a crisis. This can be difficult, especially if you're facing unexpected expenses or a loss of income. However, taking on new debt will only make your financial situation worse in the long run. Focus on paying off your existing debt first and avoiding new debt as much as possible. By following these steps, you can effectively manage your debt during a crisis and keep your finances on track. Remember to prioritize your debt, consider debt relief options, communicate with your creditors, cut back on spending, and avoid taking on new debt. With the right strategies in place, you can emerge from a crisis with your finances intact. Chapter 4. Coping with a job loss. Losing your job can be one of the most stressful experiences you can face. However, it's important to remember that you can get through this tough time with the right strategies in place. In this chapter, we'll discuss how to cope with a job loss and manage your finances during this difficult time. Step 1. Take stock of your finances. The first step in coping with a job loss is to take stock of your finances. Review your budget and identify areas where you can cut back on expenses. Look for ways to reduce your spending and focus on your essential expenses. Consider applying for unemployment benefits if you're eligible, and look for additional sources of income, such as freelance work or a part-time job. Step 2. Evaluate your job options. Next, evaluate your job options. Start by updating your resume and networking with friends, family, and colleagues to see if they know of any job opportunities. Consider applying for jobs in your field, as well as jobs in other fields that may be a good fit for your skills and experience. Step 3. Stay positive and focused. Coping with a job loss can be emotionally draining, but it's important to stay positive and focused. Take care of your mental and physical health, and try to maintain a positive outlook. Set goals for yourself and stay motivated to find a new job. Remember that this is a temporary setback, and you will overcome it. Step 4. Consider new career paths. A job loss can also be an opportunity to consider new career paths. Use this time to explore your interests and consider new career options. You may discover a new passion or find a new career path that is more fulfilling than your previous job. Step 5. Plan for the future. Finally, it's important to plan for the future. Even if you're currently unemployed, it's important to continue to plan for your financial future. Set goals for yourself and create a plan to achieve them. This can help you stay motivated and focused during a difficult time. By following these steps, you can effectively cope with a job loss and manage your finances during this challenging time. Remember to take stock of your finances, evaluate your job options, stay positive and focused, consider new career paths, and plan for the future. With the right strategies in place, you can overcome a job loss and emerge stronger than ever. Chapter 5. Saving money during a crisis. When you're facing a financial crisis, one of the most important things you can do is save money wherever possible. By reducing your expenses and increasing your savings, you can build a financial cushion that can help you weather the storm. In this chapter, we'll discuss some strategies for saving money during a crisis. Step 1. Cut back on non-essential expenses. The first step in saving money during a crisis is to cut back on non-essential expenses. Take a look at your budget and identify areas where you can cut back, such as entertainment or dining out. Consider finding cheaper alternatives, such as cooking at home instead of eating out or watching movies at home instead of going to the theater. Step 2. Look for discounts and deals. Next, look for discounts and deals. Many retailers and service providers offer discounts and promotions, especially during tough economic times. Take advantage of these opportunities and look for ways to save on the things you need. Step 3. Consider consolidating debt. If you have multiple debts, consolidating them can be a good way to save money. By consolidating your debts, you can often get a lower interest rate and a lower monthly payment, which can help you save money over the long term. Consider working with a financial advisor or a debt consolidation service to find the best option for your situation. Step 4. Build an emergency fund. Another key strategy for saving money during a crisis is to build an emergency fund. An emergency fund is a financial cushion that can help you cover unexpected expenses, such as medical bills or car repairs. Start by setting a savings goal, such as saving 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. Then, make a plan to save a little bit each month until you reach your goal. Step 5. Look for ways to increase income. Finally, look for ways to increase your income. This can include taking on a side hustle, selling items you no longer need, or asking for a raise at your current job. By increasing your income, you can build your savings faster and be better prepared for a financial crisis. By following these steps, you can save money and build a financial cushion that can help you weather a crisis. Remember to cut back on non-essential expenses, look for discounts and deals, consider consolidating debt, build an emergency fund, and look for ways to increase your income. With the right strategies in place, you can take control of your finances and navigate any financial storm that comes your way. Chapter 6: Protecting Your Assets. When facing a financial crisis, it's essential to protect your assets. Whether it's your home, your car, or your investments, taking steps to safeguard your assets can help you weather the storm and emerge stronger on the other side. In this chapter, we'll discuss some strategies for protecting your assets during tough economic times. Step 1: Review your insurance coverage. The first step in protecting your assets is to review your insurance coverage. Make sure you have adequate coverage for your home, car, and other valuable assets. Consider increasing your coverage or adding additional policies if necessary. This can help protect you from financial losses if something unexpected happens. Step 2: Consider a trust or LLC. If you have significant assets, such as a rental property or investment portfolio, consider setting up a trust or limited liability company. These legal structures can provide an additional layer of protection for your assets and help shield them from creditors or legal claims. Step 3: Diversify your investments. Another key strategy for protecting your assets is to diversify your investments. Spread your investments across different asset classes, such as stocks, bonds, and real estate. This can help reduce your overall risk and protect your investments during a downturn in any particular market. Step 4: Stay up to date on market trends. To protect your investments, it's important to stay up to date on market trends. Keep an eye on the economy and look for signs of a downturn. Consider working with a financial advisor to help you make informed decisions about your investments and adjust your strategy as needed. Step 5: Protect your identity and information. Finally, protecting your identity and personal information is another critical step in safeguarding your assets. Use strong passwords, monitor your credit report regularly, and be wary of potential scams and phishing attempts. By taking these precautions, you can protect yourself from identity theft and other forms of financial fraud. By following these steps, you can take action to protect your assets and safeguard your financial future. Review your insurance coverage. Consider setting up a trust or LLC. Diversify your investments. Stay up to date on market trends, and protect your identity and personal information. With these strategies in place, you can navigate any financial storm with confidence and emerge stronger on the other side. Chapter 7: Building Resilience for the Future. In the midst of a financial crisis, it can be challenging to look beyond the present moment. However, taking steps to build resilience for the future is critical to your long-term financial success. In this chapter, we'll discuss some strategies for building resilience and setting yourself up for a more secure financial future. Step 1: Establish an emergency fund. One of the best ways to build resilience is to establish an emergency fund. This should be a separate account with enough money to cover at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses. In the event of a job loss or other financial emergency, having an emergency fund can help you avoid going into debt and provide a sense of financial security. Step 2: Invest in your career or business. Another way to build resilience is to invest in your career or business. Take courses or attend conferences to improve your skills and make yourself more marketable. Consider starting a side hustle or launching your own business to diversify your income streams and provide additional financial stability. Step 3: prioritize saving for retirement. It can be tempting to put off saving for retirement during a financial crisis, but this is a mistake. Retirement savings should be a top priority, even during tough times. Look for ways to cut expenses and redirect those savings toward retirement. Consider working with a financial advisor to create a plan that aligns with your long-term financial goals. Step 4. Consider long-term investments. In addition to retirement savings, consider long-term investments that can provide a steady source of income over time. This might include rental property or dividend-paying stocks. These types of investments can provide a hedge against inflation and help you build wealth over the long term. Step 5. Stay positive and flexible. Finally, it's essential to stay positive and flexible during tough times. Remember that financial crises are a normal part of the economic cycle, and they do eventually come to an end. Be open to new opportunities, and don't be afraid to pivot or make changes as needed. By following these steps, you can build resilience and set yourself up for a more secure financial future. Establish an emergency fund, invest in your career or business, prioritize saving for retirement, consider long-term investments, and stay positive and flexible. With these strategies in place, you can navigate any financial storm with confidence and emerge stronger on the other side. Chapter 8. Managing Emotions and Stress. Managing your finances during a crisis can be a stressful and emotionally challenging experience. In this chapter, we'll discuss some strategies for managing emotions and stress during tough times. Step 1. Acknowledge your feelings. The first step in managing emotions and stress is to acknowledge your feelings. It's normal to feel anxious, frustrated, and overwhelmed during a financial crisis. Recognizing and accepting these feelings can help you better cope with them. Step 2. Take care of yourself. It's essential to take care of yourself during a crisis. This includes getting enough sleep, eating well, and engaging in activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Consider taking up yoga, meditation, or other stress-reducing practices to help you stay calm and centered. Step 3. Stay informed, but avoid overconsumption. It's important to stay informed about the current economic situation and any changes that may affect your finances. However, it's also essential to avoid overconsuming news and media that can increase your anxiety and stress. Limit your exposure to news and social media, and focus on trusted sources of information. Step 4. Seek support. During tough times, it's important to seek support from others. Talk to friends and family members about your feelings and concerns. Consider joining a support group or seeking the help of a mental health professional to help you cope with the emotional impact of a financial crisis. Step 5. Take action. Finally, taking action to improve your financial situation can be an effective way to reduce stress and anxiety. Create a crisis budget, prioritize debt repayment, and seek out new sources of income. By taking steps to improve your financial situation, you can feel more in control and reduce your overall stress and anxiety. By following these steps, you can better manage your emotions and stress during a financial crisis. Acknowledge your feelings, take care of yourself, stay informed but avoid overconsumption, seek support, and take action to improve your financial situation. With these strategies in place, you can navigate tough times with greater resilience and emotional strength. Chapter 9. Community Resources for Financial Help. During a financial crisis, it's essential to know where to turn for help. There are many community resources available that can provide financial assistance, advice, and support. In this chapter, we'll explore some of the most common community resources for financial help. 1. Nonprofit organizations. Nonprofit organizations can provide a wide range of financial assistance, from emergency loans to help with rent, utilities, and food. Some organizations specialize in providing assistance to specific populations, such as single parents, seniors, or veterans. 2. Credit counseling services. Credit counseling services can provide free or low-cost advice on debt management and financial planning. They can help you create a budget, negotiate with creditors, and develop a debt repayment plan. 3. Government programs. There are several government programs that provide financial assistance to individuals and families in need. These programs include unemployment insurance, food stamps, and housing assistance. 4. Local charities and churches. Local charities and churches may provide assistance with basic needs, such as food, clothing, and shelter. They may also provide financial assistance for emergencies or offer counseling and support services. 5. Online resources. There are many online resources available for financial help, such as crowdfunding sites, personal finance blogs, and social media groups. These resources can provide valuable information and advice on managing finances during a crisis. When seeking financial help, it's important to research and verify the legitimacy of the resources you are considering. Be wary of scams and organizations that charge high fees for their services. In conclusion, there are many community resources available for financial help during a crisis. Nonprofit organizations, credit counseling services, government programs, local charities and churches, and online resources can all provide valuable assistance, advice, and support. By taking advantage of these resources, you can better manage your finances during tough times and build a more resilient financial future. Chapter 10 Conclusion. Managing your finances during tough times can be challenging, but it's possible to navigate financial storms with the right mindset, tools, and resources. In this book, we've explored 10 key strategies for managing your money during a crisis. 1. Understanding your financial situation. 2. Building a crisis budget. 3. Managing debt during a crisis. 4. Coping with a job loss. 5. Saving money during a crisis. 6. Protecting your assets. 7. Building resilience for the future. 8. Managing emotions and stress. 9. Community resources for financial help. 10. Planning for the future. By following these strategies, you can take control of your finances, reduce your stress and anxiety, and build a more resilient financial future. Whether you're facing a job loss, economic downturn, or other financial crisis, you have the power to overcome the challenges and emerge stronger than ever. Remember that managing your finances is an ongoing process that requires discipline, patience, and determination. Keep learning, stay informed, and seek out the resources and support you need to succeed. With the right mindset and approach, you can weather any financial storm and achieve your financial goals. Good luck! This book that was authored by OpenAI's ChatGPT. With the company taking on billions of dollars in investments, this is the perfect time to find out ways for this innovative tool to help you learn how to manage your money during tough times. Audio for this book was provided by NaturalSoft Limited's Natural Reader AI software using their commercial license. Per their website, this license allows you to use its software and voices for commercial or public use. This includes, but is not limited to, YouTube videos, public announcements, broadcasts, and e-learning.